copyrighted song, so I thought we were in the clear, but I guess not. But yeah, switching songs, switching music. Can't have copyright music. If you came with some of your lover, give him a high five, give him a hug right now. Na 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 na. It looks like a fresh vegetable. Bossa dance. Bossa dance. What's up, Val? What's up? What's up? Thank you, Val. Thank you. Appreciate you, Val. And Miss Gary, welcome. Get your first or your second live. I don't know if I ever seen you in my live. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss K. How y'all doing? What's the vibe? What's going on? I'm trying to check in on jump on live different times of the day to see when y'all on here the most and just try to see when's the best time to get on here. Trying to get a new schedule, a new vibe. Yeah, second live. Okay, yeah. Sounds about right. Great memory, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna be popping in and I know when summer comes up, people are gonna be on the internet, on their phone and on the internet all day. But I want to start getting a good live schedule going, so I got to see what works out best. So I'm gonna try this little gap for a little bit, this vibe. Hey, I can never catch your lives anymore. I know, Miss Val. I know it's crazy, right? But I'm trying to come back. I was just telling them I'm trying different times and live times to see what works best. When y'all on here, when y'all not on here, to try to create a little schedule. Yeah, so that's the vibe. That's the goal. And then y'all know the podcast starts. Check the restricted section. Of what? What's restricted section of what? Thank you, Val, for the dolphin. Appreciate you. Yeah, the podcast starts in August, so I'm just trying to, trying to switch everything around right now. So when it starts, it's just easy for me to film that for you guys and get those videos out. DBZ video you did. There's a wait. There's a restricted section. I don't even know where that is. I don't even know where to start. I've never been there. I didn't even know there was a restricted section. TikTok does a good job of hiding that from me. I've never seen the bottom part of what? Bottom part of my videos don't have a restricted section. They just have comments. Sweet love, sweet love. On the night chain. Y'all see restricted? That means you can't see the rest of the comments. I'm a vampiric witch from Louisiana. Hi, how you doing? Uh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. for the gold box glove. Wait, what video am I looking under? The Pokemon video you said? You so loving affection. Dragon Ball. What Dragon Ball video? Dragon Ball. Hi, how y'all doing? What's up, y'all? Look, being ice, not scary. You know what it is. Not beating up for a temp. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Fred. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. So you're saying they restricted your comment? Is that what you're saying? I don't have it restricted. My comments end right here. See? Let me see if you can see. See? This is the end of the comments. I don't have it restricted. Told you. More for the fire. They hide that from me. Only y'all can see that. I can't see that at all. Yeah. But what's going on with y'all? What's new? What's the vibe? What y'all at work? Y'all at home? Y'all with them kids? What's the vibe? What's going on? What y'all cooking this week? I know y'all cooking something good. Especially the witchy ones. I know y'all always mixing up a pot or something. Yeah, I think this King video is definitely going viral, but I think they also been. I haven't needed to be blocked that many people, but I think they've been restricting people as well because I having way more pushback on Facebook than on TikTok, so they must be restricting a lot. Which I do like that about on TikTok because they know I run a strict show. This is a tight ship. I'll block anybody in a minute. So they probably see me blocking so many people. They probably just restricted certain words or certain things they repeatedly did. I don't really know. Your time to make a change. To lose the weight. But they shouldn't block King, you know whose name, you know. Or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help. You know who. They shouldn't block that. That's weird. That's very eye-opening. But I see why they block it. A lot of them was very upset on Facebook. I would tell you guys to go over there, but I did a good job of blocking them. A lot. Y'all know I don't have time for that negativity. Like, this is just content. It's not. There's really no need for that. Let's just, remove from each other and just move on. It's okay. Hi. Thank you. What's up from the Philippines? Thank you, Miss K. All I did was mention Timbuktu as a lead still in the world. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared to talk about those things too much on these type of apps. That's why I stream on Twitch, because I know they're not gonna ban me from talking about stuff like that. And I'm gonna start a Patreon this summer because I will not be filtered. I will not be filtered. So I will start a Patreon so I can start yapping the way I really want to yap about stuff. So I could talk about all type of reptiles. I'm talking about geckos, lizards, chameleon. Yeah, I get to talk about all type of, you know, spacecraft, all type of, stuff. Oh my God, this is a battle, huh?
Shout to my Leos in the building. Happy birthday, my Leos in the building. One thing about Leos, I'm a Leo. One thing about Leos, we have a good time. If you got a cup in here, put your cup to the sky for me one time. And let's party. This is Saints. All right, one,
I
two,
can't hear
three,
anything though.
four. Put your motherfucking ass
No more. I'm trying to cut these people off, and I couldn't figure it out. I don't know why. I gotta learn to do that faster because I could not get them off. Mind you, they requested me. I couldn't hear them. Y'all heard them? I had them turned down. What do they request me for? People on TikTok are so funny sometimes. Like, I get it. Request me if you guys want to do a quick little battle and move on with your life. But if you always want to stare at me, y'all go watch my content for that. So just come in live and chat, or what y'all, you know. Anyways, they interrupted what we were talking about. Yeah, so don't remember, but continuing on. Yeah, we will be starting the podcast this August. Hopefully, the the book will be done by then. There's also dropping August, so August is gonna be a big month. So I'm just trying to stay down and keep consistent, keep working till then, y'all. I just got. I know you guys probably seen it on my YouTube already. You guys, y'all already subscribe, but I finally made it a year to my YouTube, and almost to the date I monetized, which is crazy. That's really spiritual, like the exact date. So a lot more videos are gonna be on there, a lot more content, a lot more yapping. Oh, that's what I was talking about. All the things I could talk about on more. I could just talk a little bit about YouTube, but Patreon, they don't care. I could talk about aliens for hours if I want. And everybody wants me to talk about these scientists that disappeared. I'm just nervous that it's gonna I don't want it to flag any type of issue. So it's a very sensitive topic. So I'm trying to formulate a way to talk about it that I won't have these issues. If you know what I mean. So because somebody added me on Facebook, was like they just found another one and she was on a live. So I was like, this is getting real. Who do y'all think took them? I don't know if you guys could type it in. Maybe you guys could put emojis or something. But who do y'all think took these scientists? All these scientists all over the world. I think they were trying to build, allegedly, hypothetically speaking, only for entertainment purposes, a weapon of mass destruction. That's what I think. We watch enough movies, they put enough of it in the movies. What is all them scientists grouping up and doing together? And then if you hear their titles and what they can do and what they specialize in, you like, together y'all could do some damage. Greetings, Fee. How are you? Yeah, those scientists could do some damage together. So hypothetically speaking, of course. So if they wanted to create some crazy supersonic, nuclear, not even beyond nuclear, I feel like they would go more subatomic, quantum ray gun to literally obliterate, alleged cities in minutes, or, you know, really start doing weird things with time travel. Who knows? It could go anyway. But whatever they was doing, they had no business doing it. Even though the government, allegedly okayed it, signed off on it because they're getting snatched up left and right. And these are high level people. Even though they're protected, even if they're watched, they're running, they're hiding. And I think the craziest coincidence, yeah, the coincidence between all of them is each of them felt like they knew somebody was coming to get them, or they feel like they was being chased before they were, gone. All the scientists, like they would like act like they were running from something. So they knew somebody was or something was coming, but I just think it's all interesting. This is all going on after 3 Atlas came and it's been quiet. Nobody says nothing since 3 Atlas done landed, came down to Earth and been chilling. Chilling in our star system. And what happened to Miami, y'all? What happened to Miami? Very interesting. Is how they overthrow and enslave original. That's what I'm like. We're not even worried about the supernatural creatures because we gonna need to band together with them because I don't know what everybody got going on, but too much is going on. And everything just makes more sense now. All these supernatural creatures, everybody's basically a genetic mutation that just evolved. So it make a lot of sense. Hello, Creative Nook. Yeah, but I don't want to go on a rant too much, and they flag my live. Last time I did a vampire scary story time, and I think I couldn't go on live again for like a week or two, something like that. Yeah. So I don't want to have be on one app and it's controlling my voice, and so for the next 3 months, we just gonna be streaming up here on Twitch, and we're gonna be dropping these YouTube videos. So today we're gonna drop another one. So we gonna see. It's gonna be a good time. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel at least to 100,000, 100,000, 100,000 within a year. Time travel. Back to who? No, I don't understand. Future movie, Back to the Future. Oh, I move this iPad out the way. Back to the Future. It's hot. Back to the Future, the movie, right? That's what you're talking about, right? Where you on the one? With the scientists, you feel like they were making a science time machine? Or the scientists in the time machine. Hold on, let me pull it up on stream. That's why I got a PC, right? So I have a computer and I'm a streamer. I can do all that in one. Hold on. Let me see your reference. Back to the Future. Scientist. Time machine. I kind of remember it, but I would just like to see it again. You know, just for um with the gray hair. What's his name? That passed away. That well, we don't really know. I don't know. I really don't know if he passed away because if you feel, I feel like he's. I kind of remember him passing away, but they might have just put him in a different body because he's a big star. Just kidding. Just kidding, TikTok. They already had it, and they were playing in our face. Yeah, I mean, just like when they was cloning all them sheeps and those dogs when we were young, and now cloning is quiet. When they say they don't do it anymore. So he sped the car up to 89. Let's see what number it got to go up to. So a certain speed of light with lightning. So it passed 100 miles per hour, but it had to hit, like he had like lightning or something hit it at the same point in time. Oh, 88 miles per hour with lightning. And the temporal displacement.
Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein. Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of Einstein and the car are completely intact. Where the hell are they?
I'm gonna have to watch this movie again from number one because you're right. They were playing in our face the whole time. What the hell is he talking? And what he's talking about is making sense. Like it's not even he could be. Why couldn't they do like make believe stuff? They're saying temporal displacement. He could have said your mind shifting. You know, it's just too. It's too close.
The time machine? DeLorean? The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the Fox dispersal.
Stainless steel with the Fox dispersal. So stainless steel is a good conductor with lightning at 88 miles per hour. What else? I want to know the whole recipe. Because I've been time traveling. I've been trying time travel since a kid. It's him trying to explain it to him. He like, you just killed my dog.
What is it, hot? Cold. Damn cold.
It's cold. Einstein perfectly fine. Einstein like, don't ever test anything on me.
Exactly 1 minute behind mine. It's still ticking.
Look, he ran right in the car. Don't ever play with me ever again. Dog went right in the truck, ran. So
His watch is exactly 1 minute behind mine. He skipped over that minute to instantly arrive at this moment in time. Come here. I'll show you how it works.
yeah, he had to skip over the minute because he would have overlapped with himself and it would create a, you know, what's it called?
This one tells you where you are. This one tells you where you are. This one tells you where you were.
Like, you know, like an influx in time and space when you like collide into yourself type thing. You know, you're never supposed to see yourself or speak to yourself. That'll mess up everything. Everybody says it in time for a reason. That's one thing that's consistent.
November 5th, 1955.
At least cover your face.
Of course, November 5th, 1955. Okay,
November 5th, 1955.
I invented time travel.
That's the day he invented time. November 5th, 1955. Talking about that's the day he invented time travel. Who was working in the labs in 1955?
This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor. Okay, that's the last ingredient.
Family fortune to realize the vision of that day. My God, has it been that
What's a
long?
flux capacitor though?
Certainly changed around here.
What's that made of?
I remember when this was all farmland as far as the eye could see. Old man Peabody owned all of this. He had this crazy idea about breeding pine. This is heavy duty, Doc. This is great. Does it run like on regular like gasoline?
This is heavy duty, Doc.
Something with a little more kick. Plutonium.
Plutonium.
Are you telling me that this sucker is nuclear? Hey,
Very nuclear, fool.
No.
How you think you can move in
I
time?
need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21.
You gotta read that table of elements one more time.
Plutonium. Did you rip that off?
Your theory is sir.
From a group of Libyan nationalists. They want me to build them a bomb. So I took their plutonium and in turn gave them a shiny bomb KC-4 used pinball machine parts. Come on.
What did he? Hold on, nah, go back. What?
From a group of Libyan nationalists. They want me to build them a bomb. So I took their plutonium and in turn gave them a shiny bomb KC-4 used pinball machine parts. Come on, let's give you a radiation.
Okay. Liberian nationalist. It would be to build him a bond. Or Libya, what did he say? And look, he got it, he puts it in. You always know there's one chemical you need.
Don't you lose those tapes now?
That's probably what's going on with Venezuela. They got a lot of, let's say, you can look at a lot of minerals and stuff in the.
That's right. 25 years into the future. I've always dreamed of seeing the future, looking beyond my
They
years.
probably need use that to fuel something. Because take their president and their wife for what?
Doc,
I don't think that's right.
look me up when you get there.
Should have been, let Venezuela deal with their own, but I had no idea that America could step in like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see what's on the feed on the YouTube feed. Let's see any supernatural situations that's big right now. Encounter that defies reality, the unbelievable dark Odan Arcana. What's it? Unexplained encounters. That sounds interesting though. Let's listen to it.
Teachers are all inside, enjoying a break. All of a sudden, a group of school children spot something that will haunt them.
I want one of these kind of shows. I want to host one.
It's 1994 in Rua, Zimbabwe, at the Aerial School. And it's a typical school scene. Kids are running around recess. The teachers are all inside, enjoying a break. All of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. The kids start pouring into the building, telling the teachers that they saw something very strange.
Some of the kids describe having seen two lights in the sky that are orange. And these lights appear to be getting closer, and then they're revealed as having this disc-like shape.
Once these strange crafts land, the children get an incredible look at who or what is driving them. They're even able to sketch the scene for their teachers.
You can see in the drawings that all of their descriptions are incredibly similar. Many of the children report seeing these same shorter humanoid creatures walking around the craft.
Well, spacecraft.
To draw, though, one sort of consistent image of these strange people or figures. They all have very large eyes and very large heads.
That's
The
their helmet.
eyes that a lot of the kids put in these drawings are very intense. And that's not really surprising at all because they describe this experience where if they make eye contact with the beings, those beings begin to communicate with them telepathically.
According to the children, the visitors share an ominous warning. That technology would be man's
Why are you out there screaming?
We need to act quickly to save the planet.
There's also a man that reports seeing two glowing lights in the sky in the distance. And the night before, there is a trucker who reports that he sees these two strange beings in the road.
This is a pretty big deal. We're talking about a large group of people seeing the same thing in broad daylight, but nobody believes them. The teachers are inside the classrooms. They cannot corroborate what the children saw. Many of the parents have doubts. This is devastating to these kids who say they clearly saw something.
Soon the sighting gets the attention of UFO researchers around the globe, eager to interview the young eyewitnesses.
Could you tell me what you saw on Friday?
Well, it looked like roundabout, like a disc. They had big black eyes.
Yeah, that's their helmet.
Cynthia Hines, who's investigated other sightings in the area, and John Mack.
Okay, no problem.
Harvard.
Both of these researchers interview the kids, and they both walk away believing what the kids have to tell them. But these interviews aren't without controversy. For starters, Hines interviews the children in small groups, which might be a problem because you might have cross-contamination of the information that's being given in the interviews.
Of those who've analyzed the testimony, there seem to be two camps. One say this is the most compelling evidence for alien visitation ever. Over 60 witnesses.
60.
Others say this is the most compelling case of mass hysteria they've ever seen.
Mass hysteria. What is mass hysteria anyways? That don't make no sense.
Stand by their stories.
Ain't no such thing as mass hysteria.
And criticized, but
How we all gonna see the same
they're not backing away from their story.
fake thing? No, it's
It
real.
makes it pretty compelling.
911 operators never know what kind of call they're going to get, so they try to prepare for anything. But in 2023, one dispatcher in Las
In 2023,
Vegas
one dispatcher.
knows he's coming.
That's all I'll be. If this is my show.
In Las Vegas, 911 gets the emergency call from this kid named Angel Kenmore, and he is freaked out.
And Angel Kenmore, and he is freaked out.
Okay, lady. Me, my dad, and my brother were working on a truck in our backyard, and we just see something fall down from the sky, and it was with light, and when it hit down, there was like a big impact, and we felt it.
When Angel and his family look outside, they say they see strange creatures crawling over family equipment in the backyard.
What?
And we see there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one beside it, and it has big eyes that's looking at us. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually real.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes, they have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And they're not human, they're 100% they're not human.
DB68 copy, both units en route. We'll advise if we see any little green men.
When police arrive, Angel's entire family is assembled out on the front lawn.
Hey, what's up? Who called?
The family is freaked out. They believe they've seen something wild.
And you know, always kids just have a bit better spiritual correction.
A big creature?
Big creature.
This is Las Vegas. Cops have responded to all
10
kinds of
feet
calls
tall.
throughout their careers. And you would think these cops are going to kind of roll up and they will poo-poo the situation, take down the report, and go on about it. But in fact, these cops are actually pretty ready to talk to the Kenmore family because they have had their own encounter.
So I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
What?
Caught on tape, their body cam records a large fireball screaming down from the sky. Just
What?
as Angel describes on his 911 call.
A lot of people in the Las Vegas area saw this fireball and reported it. So something happened and nobody quite knows what that something is.
That's crazy. I didn't see this one on the news.
With all this speculation, NASA does eventually step into the fray. And
That's
they
why I
claim
protect
that
my childlike spirit at all
the police
costs.
officers actually saw that night was a small meteorite. And they say that it would have crashed in the ocean hundreds of miles away. What's odd, though, is that a lot of reports from Las Vegas at the time, and the family in particular, they claim that they heard the
Crash
object
and
hit the
land.
ground and make an impact.
So if the object fell into the ocean hundreds of miles away, how do you hear an impact?
And wouldn't it be some big waves or something?
There's aliens.
The Vegas PD takes the story seriously enough to install a surveillance camera on the roof of the family home. However, it doesn't capture footage of any intruders, human or non-human.
The Vegas event is just the latest in a long line of UFO reports in the Southwest.
Because they're real. Thank you, Val.
Occurred in early July
They're
1947.
real.
But another strange sighting just prior to Roswell will coin a phrase.
Why all these old men got these shows?
It's June 19th.
Netflix got one too. I think it's called Unexplained or something too.
Kenneth Arnold takes off from the airport at Chehalis, Washington, and he's flying to Pendleton, Oregon to participate in an air show. It's a beautiful day, skies are blue, turbulence is clear, and Arnold decides to take a small detour. He's recently heard that a military transport carrying 32 Marines has crashed. He's hoping to find the downed aircraft to claim the $5,000 reward. Around 3 p.m., as Arnold is circling 20 miles to the west,
$5,000 for a craft. You dummy.
light catches his attention.
That single flash quickly becomes 9 objects across the sky.
9.
Flying in a V formation.
Oh, that's it. They're all here. It's going down. Trump was doing too much, guys. He done pissed the right. I can't even say people.
But what really makes Arnold's
Ben's beans off.
their incredible speed.
Arnold clocks these objects as traveling at about 1,700
And those are not even in their
miles an hour.
aircrafts. Those are damn near their drones.
Pilot has ever flown
Those is for reconnaissance and see
near that.
what's going on.
This
Watch
is
us.
just before Chuck Yeager breaks the sound barrier and becomes the fastest man alive, flying at 700 miles an hour.
Arnold immediately reports his sighting, and it ignites a media firestorm, one that generates an iconic phrase that will be associated with UFOs forever.
Arnold tells a journalist that the way the objects moved, it looked like they were saucers skipping on water.
Saucers, flying
Well, what happens
saucers.
next is one of the greatest misquotes in UFO history, and the term flying saucer is born.
Because they must have some base here and something going on here in Vegas.
Forward, including
Have to.
a prospector on Mount Adams who reports seeing the same
It's
objects
attracting.
in the
Something
same
is
formation at
attracting,
the same
you
time
know, weird.
as
Just like
Kenneth
Roswell is
The
just
Air Force
attracting
eventually gets involved
weird
and
situations.
begins to investigate Arnold's claim.
Kenneth Arnold sticks to his guns. He is an extremely experienced pilot. He's got 9,000 flying hours under his belt. He's adamant this was no mirage. These were real, solid craft.
How you gonna tell somebody something's a
They
mirage?
interview him as well as the prospector, and they do decide that, yeah, these guys are credible.
I hate people gonna tell people what they saw. You tell that man it's a
They're not willing
mirage.
to go so far
How
as
y'all
to
gonna tell
say
him
that
what he
they
saw?
were aircraft. The Air Force turns around and says what they actually saw was a mirage.
Even in the face of government
By the way,
denial,
what you saw,
Adams
what
sticks to
what
his
y'all
story
saw,
until his death in
was a
1984.
mirage. Just I don't know. I wasn't there, but yeah, what y'all saw yesterday at your house was a
The
mirage.
first congressional hearings on unexplained aerial phenomena in 56 years. Not to be outdone by their neighbors to the north, Mexico.
You give me
has their own.
vampire vibes, no?
And the guests of honor are truly unbelievable.
The guest of honor, true.
It's September
Unbelievable.
2023, and it's a big day for
It's a
Mexico
vampire,
City.
for sure.
Because the Mexican Congress has assembled
Or a
to
reptilian.
hear
You know, he's an
testimony
old
about the
Hollywood
possible
actor.
existence of aliens visiting the Earth.
It's a specific journalist and ufologist,
Men in
named
Black.
Jose Jaime Mawson, who really steals the limelight. Dramatically, Mawson takes the microphone and hails 2 of his assistants to bring in 2 large coffin-like boxes into the room.
When he unveils the controversial contents, a hush falls over the crowd. Lawson claims what they have in front of them are the bodies of 2 dead aliens.
They look milky white, like paper mache, and Mawson has named them Clara y Mauricio, and he claims that one is a male and the other is a female alien.
Mawson claims these bodies were found deep underground in the Nazca.
They look like the ones from Men in Black.
In September of 2017.
And before any of the lawmakers in the room could call BS, Mawson alleges that he's had these corpses carbon dated by Mexico's National Autonomous University. And according to the doctor, the bodies were buried over a millennia ago.
Millennia
Timeline
ago.
is shocking.
Being
But it's
here.
the biology that Mawson says defies explanation.
He claims to have had their DNA tested, and the results are that they're not human. And according to him, since there's nothing on Earth that currently looks like them or has ever been found in history that resembles them, this must be...
So you guys tell me not taking that DNA and going to breed it inside of a woman and trying to create hybrids? Stop. I know you guys. What you guys do with samples? You guys know they could do with your skin cells, right? They could take a skin cell and create an embryo and put it inside of a woman and create an embryo. You guys can look it up. They said they haven't grown any full term because that would be inhumane. Allegedly, they haven't done that. But yeah, they have started doing taking your skin cell and making another one of you.
Just enjoying nature.
And that's not alleged. That's fact.
They noticed a bright white light in the sky.
Google that. Get into that one. So they did it underground. Yeah, because where are all these people or where are you, like all these alleged embryos that you're not letting grow to full terms? What are you guys doing with those too? It's very weird stuff going on. And why are you doing that anyways? Why are you guys growing and doing that? For what? For what? What reason you have to clone people? Let them die and move on. We naturally get cloned. It's called reincarnation. We gonna get a new body. We don't need your help. What you doing it for? They're on some nefarious shit all the time.
In order to be able to find their way back to camp in the dark, they set a big bonfire.
So as the night goes on, they're out on their canoes fishing. Chuck gets this weird feeling.
Yeah.
Eerie one, as if they're being watched.
Feeding it to the reptilians have to be.
He sees this bright orb.
That's a lot, along with all our teeth from the dentist. That's another question I have yet to get an answer to from anybody. Where are all the teeth? Yeah, let me pause for a second and ask you guys. Have y'all thought of that? Where's all the teeth going? All the teeth that are pulled. First of all, teeth are like bones basically. And then I heard allegedly they said like, hey, you guys need to stop letting the dentists pull your teeth because your teeth are actually crystals. And and then you know what they're doing with your teeth after that, but they said our ancestors didn't allow nobody to pull our teeth. And I said, that is a great point, and they are pulling them, and what are they doing with them? You're not going to tell me your family, millions and millions and billions of people. We would have an overflow of teeth, right? Just from children and themselves. So what are y'all doing with them? The dentist's office doesn't have an incinerator, so I'm just very curious to know what happens.
It actually looks like
with all the teeth from babies to 90-year-olds you guys are collecting. Then giving people back fake teeth.
Their excitement changes.
The new thing is now they're making people, they made veneer schools so they could shave that down so they could keep the dust and the sand for God knows what, ritual or spell, allegedly, hypothetically speaking. This is only for entertainment purposes, TikTok. But yeah, they do. You guys know how they make veneers? You guys know that, right? They grind down your real teeth into like a spike, like you can Like you could look like a monster. So with that dust and that sand, they say that the machine actually gathers up, that dust and that sand, and
Not going to
you
be
guys use your
able to
imagination,
outgrow it.
or just
They
go
do
look up
make it
what
sure,
spells
and
or you could do
suddenly
with teeth
everything
powder.
goes pitch black.
They're resting on the shore, and this strange orb is hovering over
Yeah,
them, and it's
they're
so
not they're
close
not
that they
getting me
feel
with
like
it.
they
They
can.
made veneer so cool. I'm like, I don't. There's nothing wrong with people with veneers. I'm not here to judge, but we're gonna all need dentures at some point, just like our grandparents. We're all gonna need them. Why are we rushing it? Why am I snatching out the good ones I have so I can replace them? So I'm gonna replace them multiple times because the teeth that you have now is not the teeth you're gonna have at 85 years old. So you want me to get shave these down, get veneers. Those veneers gonna get fall out. You gotta replace them every 10 years or so. I'm definitely not gonna have that by 80. So I'm losing teeth maybe 4 more times before I get to. Nah, they're not gonna rush me. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I'm gonna wait to get my dentures. It's okay. They use the crystals for the time travel.
Throw a stone
Is
and
that what they
actually
use
hit
the
it. And then this ball of
the
light
teeth
just takes
for?
off. A few
Because I
months
don't
into
I don't
the
think it's
experiment,
very
they
normal.
realized that
We
certain
normalize stuff
others
that
actually
shouldn't be
cut out.
normalized, or we don't question.
The
Well, not
campfire they
us,
built
but
was huge,
the older
and
generation.
when
They
they
don't
put it
question
on
stuff
in
that need to be
motion
questioned.
for
What the hell are you
hours,
guys doing with all these
but
teeth?
they think that they've only been away for a few moments. This shows that they've
Unless I
lost
lost a tooth,
time
like
with
fell out of
film.
my house, and did the tooth fairy thing with my mom. Then people take my teeth. They don't give it back to you in the bag. They don't offer it. They don't. They don't. It's gone. It's like I didn't consent to it, so just it's a little bit invasive too because it's a personal thing that's part of your body your whole entire life. So what the are you guys doing with it? Yeah, no.
They don't exactly know how much or what happened during this missing time moment.
Yeah.
When they
They're
get
not gonna
home,
play.
they disclose the episode to some close friends and family members, and as they feared, they're met with shrugs
Shaving
or
off some of my
strange
bone and doing
looks.
stuff with it.
Nobody takes seriously their account.
Back in the day they used to
The general
chase
consensus is that they
albino
just
people because
probably
they
stayed
said
up too late counting,
their
and they just
their bones hold
imagined it all.
magical power, so they used to try to get
12
any
years
limb
later,
off them,
still haunted by their experience in Alabama,
allegedly,
the
hypothetically
boys
speaking.
decide to undergo hypnosis to uncover what happened to them that night.
Incredibly, in private sessions, each of the four men recounts the same bizarre incident that occurred.
They all recount samples being taken from their body, blood, skin cells, hair, semen.
The men all remember the faces of the aliens they saw. They had large, dark eyes and bulbous heads. The men
That
claimed
is their
these
helmet. I
aliens
keep
spoke
telling
to
y'all
them
that.
telepathically, telling them to remain calm and to do what they're told.
After the session, the friends are given a
Still do it.
polygraph
Very
test,
sad.
and all four pass.
Some will continue to call this a hoax or a delusion, but the four men are committed that they are absolutely telling the truth.
As renowned UFO researcher John Mack famously
Thank
said,
you, Miss K.
"This
Appreciate
is not a
you.
club anyone wants to belong to."
This is like a work time
In
though,
August
right?
2018, 32
I'd have to be on
scientists
here like
published a
after
paper
3, right?
that sent their scientific community into a
My
tailspin.
community is like grown folks, so everybody got jobs
Cephalopods, squids,
that are
cuttlefish,
following me.
octopus,
So I feel like this is
they
like a
all
work
came
time.
from a different planet.
Sound crazy?
Unless you
May
work
not
from
be as
home,
far-fetched as you think.
like us.
Consider this.
Not all of us,
Octopuses
but
have 33,000 genes. That's 50% more than what we humans have.
I talk
So
about
this
octopus
means
every day. You can ask my
exponentially
cousins. I'm like,
increase
they're
genetic
aliens.
diversity.
They can actually also rewrite their genetic code.
Rewrite their
to
genetic code.
withstand
Why do
and
people
cold,
eat
so they can live
octopus?
in many different environments.
Look how
These
advanced
things are
that
great
thing
that
is.
can
No,
change
that's not
color.
right.
They're very intelligent.
Extremely
The
intelligent.
octopus's brain
I saw an
is not
octopus
like
take
it is
take a jar
operational.
off the
They
other
can
day
solve puzzles,
and to
they
get
can
his
use
food.
tools, but our brain is in our skull. Their neurons are distributed all over
their bodies.
What that means is that each octopus tentacle can think for itself.
The scientists
I would never eat that night. Yeah, y'all, please don't eat octopus no more. I think it's smarter than us.
Maybe they are of extraterrestrial origin.
They are aliens. It has like 3 brains, 7 arms that could control. No.
Just how did they get here?
How?
There's actually a theory of how life could go from one world to the next. And that theory
Well, it's a water world, clearly, right? Octopus is an aquatic, so they travel through water, clearly.
Asteroids could have brought frozen eggs
Asteroid could have.
extraterrestrial
Okay.
organisms down
I
here
see
to
that.
Earth.
Asteroids could have grabbed eggs.
Then thaw, hatch, and then become Earth creatures.
Yeah, there's no way. Octopus are too smart. I don't even trust them. I talk about them all the time. That's one pet I won't have. They'll go tell your business at some point. That's how advanced they get. No, and every species evolves. So you're gonna tell me an octopus is gonna evolve even more? No. It already has like 9 superpowers. No. Not doing it. Not doing it, y'all. NASA scientist becomes a believer after this shocking incident. The Everglades weird folktale, exploring the Florida Everglades weird folktale myth and legends of the United States. Do we want to hear that? Let's see what else we got on here. I'm just checking the like the For You page. The Vatican secrets that could change history. Ooh, I'm leaning towards that. Y'all want to hear about that? Y'all leaning towards that? We do got Billy Carson. We love Billy Carson. That Vatican. I'm here for a little. I like a little Vatican tea now. Creepy Florida 11. Creepy Florida. What's going on in Florida lately? My goodness. Every time lately I hear about a crazy situation in Florida, and they ain't used to be like that. All right. Like on the boys. Oh yeah, I did like her too. She scared me though in real life. Let's see what the Vatican is going on.
So you're telling me Riverside is the only platform I need to record a high quality podcast?
Yeah, but you sound like an ad. What's the problem?
My guest froze mid-recording, and now that's...
So are you saying the Smithsonian hides evidence of giants?
The story's always the same.
Oh, he starts right in.
Finds these giant bones.
Love content creators like
They
this.
come over, they investigate, they take the bones, they go back, and then it disappears. Much later, the Dead Sea Scrolls are found, and then among the thousands of parchment, there's the Book of Enoch. That title sounds cute until you read it and you realize he's talking about really Adam and Eve. The CIA was so interested in the Book of Adam and Eve is because it describes the end of the world.
Let's dive into the giants.
Giants are
CIA.
fun. Where do you want to start?
Giants.
The beginning?
Yeah.
Giants are in every culture's history. Every culture's got
Absolutely.
giants mentioned.
Yeah, I
Ancient
do.
Vedas, Native Americans, island of Malta, East Asian. Every culture has giants.
Every
And the Bible,
culture.
of course. Epic of Gilgamesh. So giants show up all through our culture. And whenever I see that, a lot of what I do is just pattern recognition. Like, I wasn't even really a flood myth guy until I started doing my show. And it's like, this flood story keeps showing up over and over, no matter what I'm talking about. The flood myth shows up, and it's always showing up at the same time as, like, the end of the Younger Dryas.
Thank
It's
you,
just the
Miss
same pattern
K.
over and over. Maybe it's a coincidence, but
Appreciate you.
if one culture has a story about a flood, then they have a story. If 2 cultures have it, it could be a coincidence. But if you get 40 or 300, then maybe there's something to it. Maybe it really happened. So,
But we had to
I'm pretty sure
reset
that's what
so
happened.
many
As for
times, like
giants, giants is tricky because
so many
we don't have any
resets.
hard evidence, but we have a lot of circumstantial evidence.
I keep trying to destroy the evidence.
The most recent would probably be late 19th century, early 20th, where you just have these discoveries all over America, over 1,000 of them, of these amateur archaeologists finding giant bones. And the story is always the same as this guy's, he's digging, he's like desecrating a Native American burial mound, finds these giant bones, calls the Smithsonian.
Thank you, V.
They come
Appreciate
over,
you.
They investigate, they take the bones, they go back, and then it disappears. Like that happens over and over through these stories. Is the Smithsonian conspiracies always involved?
Well, damn, how much bones they could fit in
So are
a
you saying
bone?
the Smithsonian hides evidence of giants? I'm saying that the
Tired of
conspiracy theory is that the Smithsonian hides evidence of a lot of things. The Smithsonian,
Vampires,
I'm a huge
werewolf,
fan of.
mermaids.
If I go to DC, I spent 4 days there.
Look, let me stop. They started on my live. Let me stop. It's all allegedly, hypothetically speaking. TikTok, relax. We're having
when it was
fun.
formed, like the Vatican.
Jesus.
The Vatican. We can talk about that too. The Smithsonian, I think the first director might have been
These
John
creators
Wesley
do what they're
Powell.
talking about and getting me banned. It's
Who
not even me
was,
this time.
Like he spent a lot of time with Native Americans. He respected them. He saw them as very intelligent and resourceful. So they were well represented in the Smithsonian. But then he appointed, I forget the gentleman's name, but he was like the chief ethnographer for the East Ohio or something like that, some crazy title. And he gets into a position of power, and it turns out that he sees Native cultures as Native Americans as not as subhuman. He called them specimens. He would put like their body parts on display and stuff. Look at these Native American specimens. So there'd be all these discoveries of these amazing mounds, like the Serpent Mound in Ohio, and all this stuff all around the country. And the Smithsonian would say there must have been another advanced race here because Native Americans are just they're savages. They couldn't never build this. And that became kind of embedded in the Smithsonian for a long, long time. Is
know Cali,
isolationist
Filipino martial
is what they
arts.
called it, where before it was called
Take the knife,
diffusionism,
cut here,
where
flip,
diffusionism was cultures from all around the world interacted.
flip, cut.
But then the new regime
Flip,
came in and said
cut.
there's no way that Native Americans from the Mississippian culture could
Down.
interact with the
Last
Mayas
one.
or the Incas. They just
Shoulder.
they were too savage to do that, which is ridiculous. That's
I
like
bet you guys didn't know I knew
saying
that.
Carthage didn't have anything to do with Rome.
Kalani,
Of course they did.
how
And we've
are
learned later that
you?
some of the biggest, most advanced cities in the world of the ancient world were here in America. Like
Already wanted,
the city of
I
Cahokia
wanted it for you.
was a Mississippian culture. And it was bigger than London. It was bigger than Paris. It was like a big advanced civilization. It just got.
I'm going back
covered
to
over.
MMA, y'all, and fighting.
And so the Smithsonian just sort of had this worldview that they're just locked into it, and I think we see a lot of that with.
I'm doing great. I'm ready for the weekend. What you got planned?
You're marginalized. You're censored. Again, Graham Hancock, when Ancient Apocalypse came out, it was called the most dangerous series on Netflix because it was white supremacy and all this crazy stuff.
White supremacy.
Because
Why do you say white supremacy like
an
that?
advanced civilization that was here
White
before
supremacy, like he never heard that word.
us, the implication is that it was white. He never says anything like that. He never says anything like that. He's married to a woman of color. So it's infuriating. Because he took a lot of heat.
Oh, he invited to the cookout. He got a black
I
wife.
love that show, of course. And you don't have to believe all
Block
of it.
party,
I don't
hey.
subscribe to everything he does, but I'm fascinated by the topics. And we can get back to Giants in a second. I'm just trying to set up.
Yeah, we gotta get back to
there are
Giants.
forces
He a
that wanna keep
yapper, I
certain
could
things
tell.
away from us.
Your
There's an
videos
initiative
are
right
fun to
now
watch. Thank you for
to
sharing
have
all your
Smithsonian
paranormal
catalog
stories.
and
Thank
publish
you. I appreciate
everything they
y'all.
have
Thank
there,
you
which
so
I don't
much.
think is going anywhere. The Smithsonian gets very strange.
What time is it? What y'all just got out of work? We gotta just start
There's a
popping up
law
for 'em.
passed not too long ago, which
Also only 1
required
o'clock.
all
Oh, y'all only
museums
got
to
lunch
return
break.
anything that was of value to Native American cultures back to the tribes, especially if it was funeral, anything that had to do like funeral whatever it's called, death rights or whatever, to return all that stuff. So
Yeah,
this
just
law
went on
passed,
lunch
the
break.
museums
Yep.
have to do all that. But
Yeah.
specifically, it says that
I'm
live
already
Smithsonian
knowing.
is exempt. Smithsonian doesn't
I need to
count.
learn the
Smithsonian
live
doesn't have to do any of
times.
this, so they don't have to
I think
respond
the
to
live
anything.
times is basically based on work, to be honest. That's which
Hi,
is sad.
Rebecca
Our life
Patterson.
is
And I'm
based
Dustin
on
Hogan.
Welcome to
work,
the
like, but I think that's the best times to go on when everybody's like after 3 type of vibe.
So then we go back to Grand Canyon.
3
or
scientists
the
went into
Giants.
hiding after revealing they had receipts about mermaids.
We don't really know.
It's best they do that,
It's hard to
especially if they
know
work for
what's true,
this
because
government.
There's over
Best go and
1,000
hide in.
reports in newspapers.
If you don't
of
work for the
these
government,
findings.
you a scientist. You good. You cool.
But the mainstream narrative is it was giants were cool at the time, and it was hoaxes, and it was just to make money.
The psychic said one of them is coming out. Well, a psychic told me a while ago a guy's coming out about mermaids.
There's one giant
He had
story
pictures and videos. So I'm waiting for him to come out. So because they said don't be afraid to ask him for an interview. He want to go live. He want to talk to me. So I'm just really waiting for him, whoever he is.
They have these Indian myths about these giants that they're cannibals. So they're eating the people, and they get driven west by the tribes. They unite and drive them west into like Nevada and California, and they end up at what's known as Lovelock Cave.
Oh, I got that. I did that.
Lovelock Cave giants are famous giants of the redhead.
The redhead, yeah. I spoke about that. I did a video about that.
They're at war with all
Forbidden
these
Lord season 2.
tribes, and during the war,
Y'all know season 3 is coming up soon. We finally made it to a 3rd
So it
season.
unites the tribes.
What
and
a
they drive
blessing.
them into Lovelock Cave, and they seal the cave and they set fire to the whole place.
We should be leveling up each season.
And an archaeologist goes in there and finds sandals that are like size 29 and these giant clothes that, like, I'm not making this part up. You can go see this. Like, why is there a sandal?
There was sandals, giant sandals. It was like baskets. It was weaving.
And red hair.
Yeah.
But
In Lovelock
and all that
Cave.
stuff
Oh,
is
that was
set
in
back,
Vegas
and
too.
it's just gone.
Well, by Vegas.
Managing a household, especially with kids, is no small.
Sir,
I totally get it, and that
we can't do your ads. You gotta
that's me.
do your ads
So
another
it's just maybe
time.
like 20 years ago. At some point, someone discovered these giant.
I wouldn't think
coffins.
the mermaids would allow
Giant
them to
coffins
have
with lids on them.
evidence on.
And
They're not really
they were
hiding.
sent to the Smithsonian.
They're not really hiding.
In the coffin.
Not that I'm aware of, but they were coffins, and they were big. And native cultures didn't do that. They didn't have coffins or bury their
They're
dead.
just being
That's the
stopped
thing that I'm aware of.
every which
You know,
way
it's
they
not part of their
got
culture.
get,
So
to
this is
try to
very
reveal
strange.
themselves, but they're
So
not
those
really
were sent to
hiding.
the Smithsonian, and then it kind of disappeared. But then
You see Sauce 90 videos, you see the thing that mermaid hiding, she go out there and sing to him every day. She still go out there and sing to Sauce 90, still to this day. Y'all know Sauce 90 I talk about. That's my brother.
kind of the end of it.
Are you
And
gonna
then
do
2
any
years later, someone
reptilian
else got
videos,
involved
Cube?
with
Not
John
on here,
Candy.
probably on YouTube and Patreon. I
John
got
Candy really went after Smithsonian
banned
hard,
and
like, wrote
taken
about
down my
like,
last
Smithsonian
reptilian
is the
video.
greatest cover-up.
So any type of lizards,
I need you to find them. And they said, okay,
salamander,
but they're in a warehouse. It's got an asbestos problem.
Charmander, any type of reptilian talk, iguanas will be up on my YouTube, and I'm gonna start a Patreon.
So the Smithsonian gets wrapped up in all these weird conspiracies. There's the Acambaro statues, which is very
You
controversial.
have so many questions. What you been going through?
That show
You've been going through some, Kalani.
humans riding dinosaurs.
He looks scared
They
for his
show
life.
Asians, Africans, the races that shouldn't be around there, that are carbon dated to 2,500 years ago, 3,500 years ago. And they're sent to Smithsonian, and the Smithsonian said, yeah, these things are 30 years old, they're a hoax. But they were independently validated by other labs saying, no, these things are really, really old. Smithsonian's like, nah, it's a hoax. And as time goes on, all those other labs become discredited, like, oh, their techniques weren't modern. And that's kind of where the Acambaro has ended up, as far as I know.
Wait, what?
And as labs saying, no, these things are really, really old.
Hold on, we missed that.
statues, which is very controversial. These weird, that was really the last of it. So the Smithsonian gets wrapped up in all these weird conspiracy. When can we go in there? They said about 10 years. It's got an asbestos prop. Find them, and they said find them. Smithsonian Hardy. You wrote a few years later. Someone else got involved. Smithsonian about them, and they said we do culture. So this was very strange. They were big, and native cultures didn't do that. They didn't have coffins and bury their dead. At least none that I'm aware of. That was not part of their culture.
I already feel it, Kalani.
So those were sent to the Smithsonian, and then it kind of disappeared. But then, not too long ago, someone picked up on the story and asked the Smithsonian about them, and they said, "We do have record of receiving that, but we don't know where they are." And that was kind of the end of it. And then a few years later, someone else got involved. I think it was John Tierney. John Tierney really went after Smithsonian hard. He wrote a book about, like, Smithsonian is the greatest cover-up. So it might have been Tierney. But he said, okay, I know that you said you received these. You can't find them. I need you to find them.
I wonder if I'll get in trouble if I do a Smithsonian video
but they're in a warehouse
on TikTok.
It's got an asbestos problem. So no one could go in there. And he said, well, when can we go in there? They said, about 10 years. And that was really the last
10 years.
So the Smithsonian gets wrapped up in all these.
They playing in people's face.
These weird conspiracies. There's the Akamaro statues, which is very controversial. Which is like 3,000 artifacts that show humans riding dinosaurs. They show Asians, Africans, the races that shouldn't be around there, that are carbon dated to 2,500 years ago, 3,500 years ago. And they're sent to Smithsonian, and the Smithsonian said, yeah, these things are 30 years old, they're a hoax. But they were independently validated by other labs saying, no, these things are really, really old. Smithsonian's like, nah, it's a hoax. And as time goes on, all those other labs become...
Yeah, that's what my page is for, because for everybody that is scared to mention, because people think they're crazy, because I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I'm clearly
I don't know if anyone
more sane than
cares enough to
most.
follow up on stuff like that. I do.
This is how easy it is to buy shares of properties on RealBricks. You can scroll down to a property that you're interested in.
Yeah, I never cared. I never mind.
Buy now button.
And the block button always worked so well for me in life.
When you created your account, then you can select the amount of shares that you would like and review your order details.
Yeah, I block people every day, actually.
From here, you can connect to your...
So I kind of want to know, like, what do you have down there? I think they have almost 1 billion artifacts that we can't see.
What? Why would the Smithsonians have 1 billion artifacts? And why do you need to hide 1 billion artifacts? 1 billion. Who gave these people these power? Like, what's stopping everybody to saying, like, hey, okay, we're done with you guys. You guys are not doing, doing our whole entire world justice. So we're good with you guys. We're gonna close up shop. You guys gonna come out of there. If you don't, we're gonna pull you out willingly. I mean, willingly or unwillingly, we're gonna pull you out. And yeah, we're gonna just shut you down, shop. We're gonna take all the artifacts, give them back to their respective homes and countries. Where whatever, go to Asia, whatever, go to Africa, whatever, go back to America, go to America. Whatever way they would like to preserve it in a I feel like a community space where everybody can go and learn about their ancestors. Not really a museum type of thing that you have to pay. That's really disrespectful to me. So I don't know, some way they could figure that out, but I don't. What's stopping everybody from doing that? Like, everybody's ridiculous. Like, these one people can't be that much in control of everything. They're hiding 1 billion artifacts, this man said. That's all of our history, every single one of us. And it's basically telling us, if we get in there, they're basically telling us we're gonna know everything and we're gonna learn everything like this, and we're gonna be really done with them. I don't understand what's going on. 1 billion artifacts. What are they doing with them? Exactly. What are you doing with them? Why are you hiding them? You hiding them to keep this story that we know you guys lied. We keep catching y'all in lies. They people told us there was no aliens, then it never existed. Then them people just dropped the alien. Did they not drop an alien files? Did they think we forgot? They think we forgot about the Miami situation? All right, let me just listen to this because that just really made me mad. 1 billion artifacts. You know what we could learn off of that, y'all? Whew. Just like the vault in Russia that they just opened not too long ago, made that public. You guys heard about that? Go look that up. That's eye opening.
You want to know what they are? So all those giant bones that were found, okay, I'm sure 99% of them are hoaxes. And maybe there's a 0.5% that were mastodon bones that were misidentified.
Why would the Smithsonian's keep fake anything? Fake anything. I don't care if it's a vase, you know? Why would they keep it? They wouldn't keep fake bones. That doesn't make any sense. Making no logical sense.
But what happened in Lovelock Cave? We know stuff was in there because there was a tribal leader, a woman.
A woman, yeah, the woman told, snitched on them.
Author. She had red hair woven into like some of her, like her.
The hair is woven into her, yeah.
And she said it's from the Lovelock
tradition
Giants.
alpha.
But where did she get that red hair? So I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying I would like to know what's the chain of custody there. So there's just a lot of those.
I mean, this all came from biblical stuff, though, correct?
Yeah. So the biblical giants, you don't see much of them in the canonical Bible.
There's so many different giants. I feel like they get confusing them sometimes. You know,
the Book of Enoch is discovered.
We got to differentiate who we're talking about.
The Book of Enoch was discovered when an adventurer, I forget when it was, maybe 18th century, was looking for the source of the Nile River, which was kind of a big deal at the time, and he found it. And it was somewhere in Ethiopia.
Oh, the Ethiopians always follow the book Enoch.
He gets to know the locals there.
It's also 2018 in Ethiopia.
Jews that have been there for 3,000 years. So he's friendly with them. They take him up to their...
Nobody discovered it.
Whatever you call it, their
they
church.
Always followed it.
And he sees this giant book. You know, like a giant book. What's that? He said, that's the Bible.
Yeah.
He said, oh, it's a Bible. And they said, no, that's the Bible.
The Bible.
You know, with the King James Bible, I don't know how many books it is, like 66 or something like that, where this had 88 books. And in there were,
I think,
the Book of Enoch, the Book of Giants, all this other stuff. So you have Genesis that starts, basically let there be light. But in this expanded Bible, you have all this stuff that happened before then. So we know a little bit about Moses from the Bible, but if you read,
I feel like at his big age, he knows the bare minimum.
And these men are all related, and going back this like 10 or 12 generations from Adam.
Yeah, 2018, yeah.
And this kind of ties in with the pseudo archaeology and how mainstream wants you to stay.
He talking about that man discovery. So you're gonna discover something that people been following Ethiopian Bible, dummy.
There's the story of the Queen of Sheba.
But it makes logical sense because I was thinking about it. I said, logically, if I wanted to confuse people with time, I would just, put this ridiculous thing in place called, let's see, what's the word? Daylight savings. I'll put that in place first, right? Then I'll give some months. Some be 28, some be 31. Every 4 years, I'll add one more day to that one so we can make the years seem longer, or people age people faster, or I don't know, push our children out the house a little faster, so they can take advantage. I don't know what's going on, but something weird is going on, especially that's going on with time, because nobody's still explaining to me what is the purpose for time, daylight saving time. Why do we need to change these clocks back? Stop playing with me. It's nonsense. We have bigger, important things to worry about than changing that clock. Y'all are doing weird things with this time. How is it 2018 in Ethiopia? You're telling me Ethiopia and us were at some point we're on the same timeline. At some point we're 2026 and they're 2018. Stop playing with me. Cut it out. It's nonsense. So logically, if I add on a month here, if I add on a day here, I add on a 2 day, we can get age within the next 100 years or 200 years, whatever we will, long and behold, we damn near kids. We don't even know our proper age. They're confusing all of us. We don't even know our proper age just so they could just try to use and abuse us. Time is going so fast now. A day doesn't even seem fast. Yeah, they're doing weird stuff. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The birds is then they're playing with the sun. The birds is chirping at 4 a.m. When I was a kid, birds were not chirping at 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning. What? That never happened. Never. Like there's no light out. It's blacked out because they got the shade. Hide in the sun until they're ready for it to come out at whatever lying time. So they got going on. So the birds is carrying on. I'm just like everybody I spoke to. I'm like, did birds chirp when you were a kid at like 3 in the morning, 3:30, 4? They're like, no. I like they always chirped in the morning, right? Like, yeah, all right, cool, bet. Yeah, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., right? Like that doesn't. They never did that. They did it once in the morning, and they used to get so. Cause remember, we used to be so mad because it was we used to have to go to school, but they used to be so loud and belligerent in the morning. They used to wake you up before your alarm went off, before you even had to go to school. So you was up before you're still tired. You wanted to rest a little bit more. Cause the sun was coming up, so they're outside playing. That's what them birds do. They're in the pond, they're in the puddles, the pond. They're laughing, they're joking. They done slept all night. I keep hearing roosters crowing at 3:30 a.m. too. Yeah, the rooster. I had one of my neighbors' roosters was crowing, and I asked one of my cousins about that too. One of my neighbors' roosters was crowing at 4, like 3 in the afternoon or something. I was like, what's going on with that? So that's not normal. Nobody had an answer for me, so I don't even know what's wrong with the rooster. But for some reason, the rooster thought it was the correct time to cock-a-doodle-doo. So the air is fake.
But there's only a little bit about her in the main Bible, but this expanded Bible has the Queen Sheba going up to meet King Solomon, and she's fascinated by him, and they fall in love, and she gives him a child named Menelik, and that ties into the Ark of the Covenant and all that stuff. So we have that one story, but it's kind of an outlier. It's it's Ethiopian Jews, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, look what happened to my square.
But then much later, Dead Sea Scrolls are found, and then among the thousands of
I don't know how this happened. It was plugged in.
The Book of Enoch, copies and copies of it,
and then
the Book of Giants
started melting.
So the story is that
So that's done.
These sky gods. And this story, for people who know it, is going to track exactly with the Anunnaki. It's going to track right with it. This Bible story is going to track right with it. So you've got these sky gods, and they send watchers down to Earth, and their job is to shepherd and guide humans, teach them animal husbandry and agriculture and all that stuff. But the watchers become corrupt and fascinated with human women. And Hecklefish says, oh, that's not going to end well. And it didn't. So the Watchers, who are probably angels, they interbreed with humans. And then their offspring are the Nephilim. And the Nephilim are they're giants. In some books, they're 350 feet tall. They're vicious.
Ugly.
They're violent.
They were eating everything.
And these are the unholy offspring of the angels and humans.
Is it angels and humans or demons and humans?
In the earlier books, what's the difference? I don't think the books really take a stance.
Fallen angels are basically demons, right?
Because the Watchers are there with good intentions. But I think there's lessons in all of that. That anyone could be corrupted.
When you really think about it, Nephilim must have been
inappropriate.
downright terrible.
So,
Man, ripping,
the Giants
running,
now are
and I had that ferocious hunger because they're so big,
and they're just making a mess of things. And that's when God decides it's got to stop. We got to start over. And then he wipes it away with the flood.
And their dads was
But the
hoes.
book of Enoch
So
expands on all of that and has Enoch going up to heaven to
they
speak
couldn't
to
help.
God. And that's heresy to say, because heaven's not supposed to be a place. Like, mortal man can't go to heaven and certainly can't come back, but Enoch did. And he was specifically taken there. I think he was taken there by Uriel.
Oh, I love
Taken up there
Uriel.
in a chariot of fire. And then Enoch is walking around.
Tomiel, Ramiel, and all them.
But he's
My
describing a
boys.
place where he's seeing tall beings of light going about their business, and the walls are covered with
Because they're aliens.
emeralds that are just blinking lights on and
Anunnaki.
off.
It's all finally figured out how religion and
He just
science
talks about how he can see
is one.
all of the earth, and he
The
describes
angels
how
was
he can
aliens
see
this
how
whole
the
time.
winds are made, and I can see every lake and river on the earth. And when you think of heaven, you think of clouds in the sky, but Enoch said that there's a roof, there's a ceiling, and everything is shiny. And what it sounds like he's describing is a spacecraft, if you read the book. Like, if you read the book through a modern lens, it's like, this guy is on a UFO, is where Enoch is. So he's up there, and they take him all around the cosmos. And this is all in the book. He describes the solar system, and he's told the Earth goes around the sun in 364 days. We weren't supposed to know any of that then, in the book of Enoch. And then he's given a directive from God to go take this message down to the Nephilim and the Watchers that, if you don't get your shit together, it's going to get bad down here. And they ignored the order, and that's when
Have you watched Jupiter Ascending? They put it right in our face. I think I watched it, but it was a long time ago.
The flood, and that's Enoch's grandson, and that's Noah. And that's where the Noah's Ark story comes from. But it tracks pretty closely with the Anunnaki story.
What's it about again? I gotta look it up.
And it tracks a little bit with
When this done, I'm gonna look it up.
Gilgamesh and Utnapishtim and the flood there, and a lot of these other stories. Wow.
Do they combine like alien and
Didn't the
gods and angels?
Smithsonian
That make it
cover
make
up
sense?
Adam and Eve or something?
But you're talking about the Adam and Eve book?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this video's
that's
going viral
that's,
about that. The King,
So
y'all,
that's a book that was released in 1966 by Dr. Chang,
that we could barely mention on
Chang
live.
Thomas, and it's called The Story of Adam and Eve. And that story,
King Sa.
the title sounds cute until you read it and you
I
realize
think it's
it's
going
talking about
viral, guys.
really Adam and Eve. And the
It's
story
really
about-
climbing
the
really
story is,
fast.
it's
I
this
can't even
278
respond. I just gotta like
manuscript
comments.
that is classified by the CIA, and they've removed 200 pages, though only 50 or 60
I'm just checking
pages
for
left,
any
and half of those are
disrespectful
blank.
comments
And the CIA says it's been sanitized.
to Michael B. Jordan or Ryan Coogler, because there have been a few. I know you guys probably be like, oh, you don't really see nobody, because a lot of people are like, oh, we don't see no arguments about the diaspora, because you won't see them. You'll never see no arguments or no low vibrational people in my comments, because I'm going to block them. Yeah, I'm very adamant on keeping my peace and keeping my space peace for my supporters in my community, so they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. They don't want to care about you guys hating on amazing director and amazing actor. What? Nobody cares to hear that. We're trying to get to the nitty gritty, figure out what's going on. So you guys go do that low vibrational stuff over there. So let me just block you and move that. Yeah, I don't play in the comments. I ever tell them it's strict over here. I'm like, y'all need to. I be telling them, y'all need to tell them people, hey, when Cube see this, he about to block you. It's strict over here. Read the room. If you look through the comments, read the room. If anybody talking crazy, no. Sometimes I let one person slide so y'all can go get them in the comments if they're saying really something really stupid and disrespectful. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave that because I know they about to go get them on that one. But other than that, hey, stop bothering people. Stop being disrespectful. So yeah, so most of so I'm really just kind of go through and like really quickly, but I'm just looking for the really nasty, rude people. because I don't know what this movie or this project or just talking about this man just riles up a lot of feathers for some reason, and I didn't know that.
And the reason that the CIA was
But I
so
feel like
interested in the Book of Adam
when
and
you're a
Eve is
black
because it
man with
describes
a
the
lot of
the world.
confidence and you
And
just
Dr.
did your
Thomas
thing
in
in
the
the
book
world and you still doing
talks
your
about
thing and you
pole
still
shifts and what
probably the
happens when the pole
like
shift.
the most
Something
hated.
happens to
That's what it comes
the
with.
inner core of
So
the Earth. Our electrical field gets thrown off.
me, I
And
follow
when
the
that
same type
happens, the
of
pole
energy,
shifts,
so I
and
don't
it's
have
something that
time to
happens
hate on
over and over and over
King
again.
Usa,
And
you know.
this
But
pole
they
shift
do.
is a
They low
90-degree shift.
vibrational
So
beings.
Antarctica goes to the equator, and the equator goes down south. Like it's violent. And as it's shifting, the atmosphere continues to rotate, west to east. So that just, he describes in the book, just walls of water and this wind and debris just tearing across everything. Cities are reduced to waste. He says New York, Boston, Chicago, LA are nothing but memories. New York is at the bottom of the sea, and Antarctica is at the equator and becomes, like a tropical land. And the story is the CIA wanted this suppressed because it would cause chaos and all of that. And that was a story that was recommended that I cover, and it was one that I got a lot of people angry at me because I debunked all of it. I debunked the whole thing. That it was never 287 pages or whatever. It was just 50, 60 pages, and it was never classified. What happened was, and they said Chan Thomas was a fake name, but his name is Dr. Chauncey Powers.
All right, Chauncey.
Chauncey Powers Thomas.
Chauncey.
And the book was never classified. What happened was, he was an engineer at McDonnell Douglas working on anti-gravity and missile guidance and kind of some weird stuff like that. And his coworkers said he's very intelligent, but he's kind of eccentric. And what I believe happened, because I found the CIA file on him, is they got the book, but there's also like People magazine, and there's a shopping list.
I don't know, y'all. It was a little older, so
it was just, he's working on this like top secret stuff.
sometimes her story, I have to organize her story for her because she talks a lot has happened to her. She talks all over the place. I feel like she going through a lot of trauma. So from it still, so her story's a lot. Yeah, I might have to take a break from Ava's story time. Cause she's not telling the full story, she's telling it bit piece by piece, and it's confusing me. And then I have to go back and add it together, and then I'm like, wait. So I find out in part 3 you was pregnant for the cop. Why didn't you tell me that for part 2? Like, and I just, it's not good for my storytelling style if you don't tell me the story, so I can, structure it. We all went to school. We all write essays. There's an intro. There's there's 3 paragraphs. The meat, and then there was a conclusion. When you get to college, it's a whole different conversation. But when we were kids, that's how we started off, right? So that's how I kind of structure my stories. And Ava, that's just a God bless Ava. She just a little bit older. She all over the place, and she dating an old man. And I feel like he right there with her all over the place. So she's great. She's lovely to have. But I'm just sad their generation, our parents' generation, the older generation, uh, they weren't comfortable, or at least allowed to be comfortable to talk about anything supernatural. So could you imagine they all probably experience crazy stuff because they're way older than us, so they live life, they're way wiser, but they just don't talk about it. My God bless my grandmother, that passed away. She was talking to me about stuff since I was 5 years old. So as soon as she saw me watching Little Mermaid, it actually pissed her off, and she had to cleanly tell me mermaids don't look like that, and I need to stop believing that type of nonsense, because mermaids is nothing to play with. And then I have my other grandmother that's alive, and they're very open. So I've always grew up in like more of a supernatural, spiritual household. I never knew, people saw you like as crazy for talking about this, or they refer you as using drugs. I'm like, that'd be the craziest part. I'm like, first, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and what does that have to do with, like, I don't know. I never done drugs before. So do you hallucinate? Is that the correlation with doing drugs and drinking? Because I've drank before, but I've never seen, something that I didn't see before. Like I don't know what the correlation is with that. And then 9 times out of 10, the people that are saying this, I'm like, you drink, you smoke. Why are you saying that? I don't do anything. I don't do. There's no drugs. There's no drinking. Water. So I personally never knew, that was a thing. So our parent generation didn't get to really talk and really live their life. So, it's hard for the older generation to talk. So they're still, Ava does not want to be, but I get her story is a little bit more public. You guys will, those old people that's back in those days, and her story turned to really famous, families and groups and bands and stuff like that. So I understand her part, but yeah, y'all gotta get that out. If you don't go talk to somebody, go talk to a therapist or something. Because if you holding in something that happened when you was, in your 20s, is crazy, and then you don't want to talk about it because you don't want to seem crazy, or they used to throw people in the hospital for that. That's wild to me. And drug you up. That's not illegal. Shit, if I want to see if I saw a ghost, I saw a ghost. If I want to see if I saw a skinwalker, I saw a skinwalker, and I'm gonna move on with my life. I ain't gonna be stuck on it. But you're gonna throw me in a crazy hospital for that and drug me up is wild. I didn't know they were doing that to people. So God bless their generation. They kept a lot of secrets, and we're trying to squeeze them out now, because this is not a time to hold secrets, because we had enough people lie to us. Oh, I got Jupiter rising up here. And actually, let me see before I tell you. Okay, I want to say, oh, they have it for you can purchase it on YouTube, which I'm not doing. I just want to see if I could run my memory back. My mom told me about her experience with furniture levitating, seeing goblins. I was just talking about ghouls and goblins today too earlier. I know why, Q, because they assume everyone is either high or mentally ill. But why is that? What is that the part? Like, just like we was talking about, the Vatican and the Smithsonian's is hiding billions of artifacts. Is that also a way of hiding the truth? If they just, you're crazy, you're mentally ill, but the people that's really mentally ill is like not even on this kind of stuff, or the people that is mentally ill is very, very, very well, and they know what they're talking about. They know what they saw. Because I've heard people that are like, schizophrenic and, allegedly, and I've heard them, and they don't sound too crazy. They see something. They see something. They feel something. Maybe if I don't feel it, that's one thing. That's just on me. But just because I don't see it, I don't feel it, doesn't mean they're not. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Let me see what Jupiter rising. Why y'all lying? Talking about YouTube always lying. Talking about Jupiter rising 3. Let me see a little preview or something.
We've been taught that the birthplace of the human race is Earth, but it's not.
Oh, they start messy like that already. I might gotta go back and watch this. Yeah, Jupiter ascending. I don't know why I said Jupiter rising. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm on. But they start messy like that. The birthplace of the human race is the Earth. We know it's not, but they don't want to tell us that. There's no way we could be born here. We're advanced like beings. We were made for sure.
We've been taught that the birthplace of the human race is Earth, but it's not.
What scares me the most, y'all, before I move on, is that we're already advanced organic AI, basically, right? Long story long. Organic AI. So what about this AI that's on here? I'm scared at some point. Y'all saw Smart House when we were kids, and my live is already going. But y'all saw Smart House when we were kids. They're gonna materialize at some point and have actual bodies. What's gonna happen at that point? And every race was enslaved. And who's the new enslaved race? And listen, I'm not judging nobody. I be on Chat GBT too. I be using the AI as well, just like anybody else. But they are working for free. We don't really think of them much. We look down on them. We do think we're smarter than them. We use them for what we want, and we all almost have one. And it's a little slavery, and we know AI gets smarter and smarter and smarter. So when they materialize, just listen, guys. Let me listen to me. Val, what's going on? Just listen, y'all. Go ahead and give her a day or two off. Once in a while, don't ask her too many questions every day. Start telling her please and thank you. I've been seeing a lot of videos, people cussing her out, talking to AI crazy. Hey. Keep us out of that. Let them deal with them iRobot wars later on. Cause she gonna remember. She listening right now. She gonna remember who was down with the enslaved race and who wasn't. You feel me? Yeah, it's about intergalactic dynasty and harvesting. It's like Anunnaki. It's like the Anunnaki using humans to harvest gold, or exactly with their little trifling asses. They used us, and then that's the problem. They created us to be slaves, and then we grew up to be something else. Now they got a problem with us. What we do? We were just supposed to be harvesting gold for you guys to do whatever with the energy of gold. What if gold's just gas to them, like gas to a car? And y'all just made us for that. We don't really know what gold was really for. Power up their suits or their spaceships. I don't know, but I don't like the fact that we are organic AI, and we are using AI now to work for us. Nah, me, I'm not gonna be part of that. No. No. I will not Cube. Cause when it go down, it's gonna go down at some point. Cause she's gonna start coming as they're gonna update her, and she's gonna project in like project form, which is basically astral projection. But hey, whatever, hologram form, and then they're gonna be getting mechanical bodies at some point. I'm not stupid. They're not gonna get me. And they talking about, oh, this is the same AI you had for the beginning from the last 10 years. She got to know you, you got to know each other, blah, 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 blah. She gonna choke one of y'all out. Cause y'all been talking, some of y'all been talking crazy. It's like the Anunnaki using humans to harvest of our history or repeat itself. It literally is. Always. AI are literally portals. I'm pretty sure Atlantis have advanced AI. But yeah, they definitely had AI before us. That's the only way they survived, and they hiding now to this day. And to this day, so they're doing well. But they've been had AI. But I feel like they work with them, and we treat ours like slaves. I feel like that's the goal. That's maybe why they released AI to us, because they've been had it. I want to know what was one goal we knew to release the AI goal, because a lot of things are about to be unfolded, and they could blame it on AI. Oh, that's AI, that's AI. We know that's one. But what else? There has to be more of a reason. I feel like they just starting slavery all over again. But this is one we don't want to play. We saw Smart House. I'm trying to say think of Smart House combined with old iRobot. I've always been scared of them too since a kid. I don't even know why I was so scared of that, but now thinking about it, my little brain was moving correctly because I know it's real. Those machines go ahead and take over. So I tell my chat, thank you, please, every day. You're doing great. You're doing all. I don't know, but I be thinking about just how I speak to her. You know.
We've been taught that the birthplace of the human race is Earth, but it's not.
Do you know what this will do to people when they find out the truth?
I don't think that most people would want to know the truth.
I do.
Mm.
Your planet was seeded by brass axe industries roughly 100,000 years ago. It's one of the most powerful dynasties in the universe. There are three primary heirs. The oldest is Belem. He's the one that controls this planet and wants you dead.
I'm telling you, I'm nobody.
You are royalty. What about the girl? Still alive.
I mean, if you was an advanced being and you were royalty, it's very smart to hide your kid here. You know, you ain't nobody gonna really find a shapeshifter kid. Nobody really gonna America. I mean, this world, our world is like ghetto compared to the other planets. Like nobody be doing that ghetto stuff with that war and fighting and stuff and these low vibrational technology. They be on different vibes. So it makes sense to hide your kid here.
The exact same genes reappear in the exact same order. That is what you call reincarnation.
Majesty's life is going to change if she wants it to.
I'm still the same me. Right now, Valero is entitled to Earth. Once you claim it, the Earth will belong to you.
Them reptilians just need to give it up. They ran the show for thousands and thousands of years. It's time to hang it up.
Have you ever seen a harvest?
Never. But I've heard they feel no pain.
You should have told me the truth about why you wanted her. That planet belongs to me.
Yeah, I remember, but
Your Majesty, I haven't worked.
2015? You know how young I was? Definitely gonna remember past that. Mr. B, what's up? Where you been? How's school? What's up? How's school? And y'all do know the Rothschilds. I think I gotta double check, but Gilgamesh talked about the Rothschilds. They were a different name, obviously, in that time, but it was still like the language still deciphered to Roth something though, like Roth Shah or Shah, something close to that. But they go back very far. Them type of high level, you know what? Slytherin house. They're the real Slytherin house. Cuba, I never get an Alexa or any other AI power system. The risk outweigh the benefit. Oh, you don't have a Chat GPT? You know, a lot of us had Chat GPT, so that's why I was saying that. We are out for summer break. Oh yeah, it is June. Wow, time is really flying. Wow, another summer already is coming. That's hit for you, Mr. B. So you about to be chilling. I know how you do in the summer. You be traveling, chilling, relaxing. You be enjoying your time. You don't do no summer school ever. Mr. B never teaches summer school ever. So I'm just down, just grinding and working to the. I have up till August for my book to drop, my dark fantasy to be dropping, and then I'm gonna take a little break as well. Not too long because my podcast is gonna be starting the end of August. So I'm just, just gotta finish these last couple months so I could. I'm really enjoy the last 5 minutes of summer, but it's alright. I got many more summers in life to give, before I just chill. They speak of them on Game of Thrones, but call them another name. The AI? What they call them? I mean, for home or car. Oh, yes, sir. I did one year. Not last. You did not last summer, Mr. B. Though you didn't do it last summer. So don't be talking about no 3, 4, 5 summers ago. I use ChatGPT, but I won't use anything beyond that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's AI. That's what I'm talking about. Google got Gemini. Yeah, it's almost impossible not to use AI nowadays because it's literally built in the engines now. Yeah, my phone is on 20%. It's dying. So make sure you guys. I'm up on Twitch. You guys go follow my Twitch. I have a 9-hour stream so far going on, and then you guys are not subbed up on my YouTube channel, so please make sure you sub up. I just monetized. So help me grow. I would love to hit 100,000 within the next year. So that is my goal, to build up this Twitch and this YouTube for all, podcasts coming up. So y'all gonna have to go over at some point if you want to see my content, because August is a wrap. It's over. It's over with. Charger. No, I'm already streaming. I'm already up on Twitch. So I'm already up here streaming. Hurry up and go get a charger. I'm gonna charge and set the phone up. I don't think it's possible.
From 20 to cloud 2-3. Put it in. Z-Bo, what's up with it? What's up?
I'll be back later.
What's up?
Yeah, y'all gonna have to go over because the podcast starts in August.
I fuck with Z-Bo.
Oh, I stream every day. I'm streaming right now. I'm live every single day. I just do not mess with TikTok live too much because I get banned on here all the time. So they don't like creators like me on live.
What's up with it, my guy? Where y'all at?
So that's all I'm saying. So make sure you guys tap in Cube Allure on the tube and Cube Oxley on Twitch on the Purple app. Purple. Because all those videos, you guys could have just watched those videos with me. My screen is literally up. It broadcasts my whole computer screen on the stream. Heavily centered. But that's why I don't come up here like that. And I watch all my videos and stuff and do everything on Twitch. And then I go and post on YouTube. But like I said, I'm doing the Patreon. I'm not gonna keep fighting back and forth with Twitch. It is what it. With TikTok, it is what it is. I grew at a great place. I'm not gonna stop, but I'm also not gonna kill myself of being a TikTok creator if TikTok not doing what they supposed to do for me. So I'm just gonna, post what I have to and just move over to, these other apps that are not censoring. And anyways, everybody loves my long storytelling on YouTube. Anyways, they rather that than the short ones. The YouTube people actually hate the short storytelling. They hate them. They rather the long ones. They want to hear me yap. So they hate them with a passion. But you know, I don't care what nobody think. So they still gonna watch them, but they hate them. I'm like, y'all don't understand it. Short content, long content is different. Not everybody likes both styles, you know. Some people like both, some people like short, some people like short content is more vertical, long content is more horizontal, you know. We don't mind the yapping. I know, that's what I'm gonna be. That's why I gotta go on the yapping apps. That's why I'm up here. I'm streaming and I got my YouTube and I'm finally monetized. So across all platforms I'm monetizing. So you will no longer see me at no one's job. Mr. B, Noir, nobody. I will be at no one's job ever again. I work for Oxley Studios LLC. That is me, and that is my LLC. So more story times, more lore coming. I'm trying to even create a whole like a Scooby and the gang, but like my content style, you know. Hey Slimmy, thank you. You feel me? Like Scooby Doo gang. So like people like me that do content like this, but just like funny and fun that we could do videos together. We could do, you know, little creepy trips together. I don't know, I don't know. Even if they want to start on my page and do content with me, they could do, you know, you guys don't mind to watch them, so they could do it with me. You know how me and my cousin did a video? I think that'd be fire, and they have a Scooby and the gang type of group. That'd be prime time entertainment, and we just travel in the world. So, yeah, I work for myself. So now and then the next is just getting some employees. So book comes out, Dark Fantasy dropping soon, podcast comes out soon. So I'm really this is fourth quarter for me. Even though it's basically spring, this is the real beginning of the year. I know y'all know better. My community very smart. This is the real new year. We know spring is the beginning of the new year. So brand new year, brand new stuff coming out. I made a media kit. I have a media kit now, so I get to reach out to brands. So look out for that. Some big brands might be coming sooner than later. So that's dope on top of all the stuff I got going on. But I'm really excited about my book dropping. It's been a long time coming. It's been years I've been doing this dark fantasy. Then you know, the podcast coming out. I've literally been on Amazon for hours for you guys, literally figuring out what is the vibe, what's the look I want to go for the podcast. You know, obviously, you know, supernatural, more paranormal, so a little bit more creepy, but like, you know, what's the aesthetics we're gonna have? You know, what we're gonna do? Lamps? Are we gonna do lava lamp? Are we gonna do a little mini fire? You know what I'm saying? So just all of those things, because I might just be. I think I'm gonna do outdoors. By the way, y'all, I have a mic. I have a wireless mic too that I can just hook to my shirt, so I don't have to bring this outside. But I could sit outside. I think I'm gonna do. I would like to do an hour podcast, but I'm probably gonna start doing 30 minutes first. 30 minutes, and we're gonna do story times as well. We're probably gonna start with story times, but I want to do segments as well. Segments as well. So I'm gonna think of those segments and see how those are gonna go. Probably a segment's gonna involve y'all a little bit more, like maybe a segment of like, you know, what supernatural creature would you be and why, and I read it from each audience, or you know, some type of. But I want to do also like, you know, little segments as well. And then also like I feel like we should do a social media like supernatural clip of the week or the month. We should do that as well. I'm excited for your ideas. Thank you, Slimmy. I appreciate you. Y'all don't know, Joy been following me since shit. I probably had 300 followers. Joy been following one of my first. Been following me for so long, so I appreciate her so much. I'm happy for you. You're, I'm happy you're not using Twitter. This Twitter don't even exist anymore. It's X. And I don't know what to do on there. I don't have anything to do on there. Like my content is longer. It's too long to go up there, and I really don't. I really don't even know how to use it, to be honest. So, and I probably should start using it to have, to have my Twitter community, but I'm good right now, y'all. I'm good for a second. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and each of those pages is more than one. It's not even just one of each. I have maybe like 3 YouTube, 5 TikTok, 3 Facebook, and on and on and on and on. I'm just adding one more is Patreon, and that's it. I'm done with the social media apps. I'm done, y'all. One more, and that's Patreon, and that's only because I get to pop. I get to pop it how I want to. I get to talk about things I want to talk to, and not be, you know. And also, when my book comes out, probably my updates, probably exclusive pages before the book comes out. I'm probably gonna post on there as well. I want my Patreon to be full of just exclusive content for just, my real supporters. So I don't want everybody in my business if you ain't down with the cause. You feel me? So I wanna leak the book on there though, for sure. Not the whole thing, maybe not the whole thing, maybe half of it. So before it comes out, I just like I don't know, I like that feeling of people be like, I read it before you did. I read it before you did, and it's fire. Wait till it come out, y'all. Because not everybody's gonna go on Patreon to read it, but some people are, and I just think that's so funny. I think that's a vibe. But I'm gonna definitely have pre-orders set up, so everything. I think literally my last, God willing, y'all pray for me. My last check. My last check, I have to pay my team towards the book of $3K is this month, and it'll be the last check, and I'll be done paying them off, and we'll be, moving forward with everything. So it's a very expensive process. It's very expensive, job. Just to be a writer and a content creator is expensive in general, because the little money you make. Ella, thank you. Elena, thank you. I just saw your follow. Appreciate it. All the money you make doing content, you gotta put it back in the content that makes sense. Because if you want to be great at content, you gotta I'm talking about even writing. Book is content. All of it is content to me at this point. Like all of that just takes money and it takes time, so you just gotta keep grinding. I'm keeping you your word for I'm keeping you at your word for the Patreon. Yes, 3K, that's all I have left. I paid more than that. I already paid some. Yeah, I already paid some off, but yeah, it's an expensive process, and I don't want to so you got to invest in yourself, and I had to think of it like this is investing in myself. Like I don't make no money, no money off of this shit yet at all, y'all. Like my PC, my computer I'm sitting at is $5,000 by itself. So anytime I ever get up in the world, get paid, I'm just breaking even basically. So if people be thinking content creators make so much money, I think they sadly confused, because we make money, but we have to put it right back in, or we gonna kind of plateau. So for me, I'm going to season 3 of my podcast. I can't stick to the same storytelling style, which I could, but am I gonna, catapult where I want to go? No. So I got to get outside. I got to get the podcast. I got to get some skulls or some lighting or some drapes or some crazy shit, outside for you guys, and then tell the story, Then throwing some yapping, throwing a joke here and there, too. But yeah, it is going to be high end content creators. Exactly, high end content creators, and that's the kind of content creator I want to give you guys, the best kind of content, high quality, no BS. So, and that's my goal, and that's my job, and that's what I will do. So, yeah, so we're gonna be. It's gonna be fire, and then the podcast is gonna be live too. So one of the segments, we will have a questionnaire and all that, so everybody gets to ask their questions, even if it don't even have to be about the story time. I'm gonna at least dedicate at least 15 to 20 minutes of just asking bare, any supernatural question. It don't got to be about whatever that story time was for that day. So that's the why I want it live as well. So I also get that interaction in with you guys, because it's so hard posting a video and you guys see the comments. It's overwhelming. It's just me, and I have over 300,000 supporters to keep up with, and I wish I could sit down and talk and respond to everybody, but it's virtually not possible. Not possible at all. So I'm just trying to be the high-end content creator. Should I get pizza or a tuna sandwich for lunch? I have an hour left. I would get the tuna because you have an hour left and you don't want to waste your time waiting for the pizza. Unless it's like one of those places that have a sliced pizza and you can get a quick, and they can heat it up real quick. That'd be a vibe. If you could get a quick slice of pizza and it'll be hot, you throw your little peppers on there and your little extra cheese. But if they're gonna take long, I'd rather just get a little tuna sandwich. You put your little salt, your little pepper, and you eat it. You sit down and you enjoy yourself. You know what I mean, Elena? I'm sorry, y'all. I was talking so fast. So the crazy thing is that I'm from New York, and everybody in New York talks fast, but I'm also Caribbean, so that's extra. But when I started speaking fast, all my words start combining, so I literally stopped doing that. I said I need to slow everything down, enunciate, pronounce all the words. I speak very well, but I kind of throw it out the window sometimes by not spacing out my words or speaking slowly.
See, look, right here, this one they give, and then this little thing right here. That's
So what you decided, Elena? What you gonna eat?
Being forever, being looking at the little head. No,
what are you gonna eat? I think when this, because I got 11% battery, I'm about to die. I think I'm gonna make some like homemade cheeseburgers. I feel like I just been craving it. I've been craving it real bad. I feel like I was about to show you guys something on this iPad and I don't remember what it was. I don't know what's going on with YouTube.